This week we're going to look at window trim, and door trim would work the same way, but well, not all doors, most doors have trim on the interior and the exterior. Um, the Colby windows that we inserted have no interior trim, okay? As is the case with a lot of windows because your interior trim changes based on the design parameters of your house. Okay, not all houses use the same interior trim. As if you've looked, the doors that we brought in from the Revit um, families, these particular doors have a flat trim, but some of the doors that we downloaded from Revit City, the bifold doors in particular, um, I believe, if I remember right, have a craftsman style casing around them. So sometimes you have to be able to change those because you want all your trim. Usually, all the trim in the house matches. Not always, but often it does. Let's start by looking at these basement windows. Now, excuse me, I th I'm going from memory here, but I think that these that we downloaded, if you got them from Revit, they have the casing on the inside and the outside. Now, I remember some of the windows that we used from Revit. It had the casing when you looked at it in a 3D view, but if you looked at it in section view, it did not show up. So this one it did. Now these windows I downloaded last year or from the 2017 version, and the casing is showing on the inside in addition to the outside. If yours does not do that, let me show you how we can fix that. What we do is we select one of the windows, and we go into Edit Family. Okay, now this is the exterior side of the window because there's our sill nosing. This is the interior side of the window. So let's look at, okay, it doesn't have a section view in here. So let me select that trim, and then we come over here to Visibility Graphics, and we go Edit, and here's where it shows. Okay, if it's set now to show up in the front and back and left, right, usually that means when there's a section cut through the window. Okay, so those would be checked. Oftentimes these would not be checked because if you show the window trim on the floor plan, it can get a little congested, a little confusing. You can certainly turn on, all of those, and of course you can adjust detail levels here, if you want. Okay, and so let's go okay with that, and then we want to load it into the project and override it. Yes. Okay, now it's showing in my section view. Let me go back to my floor plan view and see now it's showing in the floor plan view. And you can see it sticks out beyond the window. But our exterior trim is not showing because I didn't adjust that one. So let me go back and we'll check that. If I want to set that for plan, and then I want to choose the bottom of the sill nosing also. Uh, okay, it's open somewhere else. So let me just load it into the project. Okay, and so now you can see the trim is showing both on the inside and the outside on my floor plan view. In the section view, if yours is not showing, oh, okay, yeah, this is the exterior side of the building here. So if your interior casing is not showing up in the section view, you'll want to edit that so that it does show. Okay, so that, okay, I'm just going to close it. Okay, and since we edited the family, all of the windows, because we had two different sizes of windows, those were all changed. Okay, now the only thing we changed about it was the visibility of the trim. We didn't modify the window in any case, so we didn't need to, rename it or anything like that. So now let's go and look at um, our first floor windows. Now, sometimes it depends on the company you're going to work at and projects you're working on. Sometimes you do want to see your interior casing uh, in your models. Sometimes you do not. Okay, it's more detailed, it's more items, so it can slow your files down. And a lot of designers would, if they don't need interior 3D renderings, they'll just apply the casing and trim details in their paper drawings. Okay, and they won't put them in the model. But if you need, interior detail views, 3D views, renderings, video walkthroughs, that kind of stuff, then you're going to need your casing on the inside. And certainly there's a couple of different ways to do that. And if you look at windows in your house and other people's houses, you'll see some different ways of doing that. Here's one, and this one is called like a picture frame trim, in which it's the same all the way around. Some windows get that, especially vinyl windows or vinyl coated windows. Okay, there's no uh, interior window sill, sticking into the room. It's just a picture frame all the way around. And I'm going to show you how to do that. That's one case. The other case is where we apply a full trim with a sill nosing. And I'm going to show you both ways to do that, and you're going to do both of those also. But since I've already done it on this window, I'll have to do it on another window. Um, and what we're doing is we're actually modifying the file. So we're going to make a copy of it. And so I'll start with this one, and I'm going to go edit family. And I think I'm almost out of video time. Okay, I'm waiting on it to run here. Come on, computer. Okay, so I'm going to go file. I'm going to save as. I'm going to create a copy of it. Because I've already got one done, I'm going to call it picture casing. And I'm going to pause the video now and move on to another video because I know it's going to stop.